Welcome to the lesson on exact and approximate mode in Swift Calcs. The Swift Calcs calculation engine, which is based on an open source mathematics suite, is able to perform calculations in both an exact or symbolic mode and an approximate or numeric mode. When using Swift Calcs, it is important to understand the differences between these two modes and how to switch between them to ensure you get the results that you are expecting. Exact mode, or symbolic mode, is the default in Swift Calcs. In this mode, Swift Calcs will attempt to provide a result that is a mathematically exact representation of your solution. The easiest example is a simple division. If we ask Swift Calcs to find the result of 2 divided by 3, we get our result, 2/3. At first, it appears that Swift Calcs didn't do anything. But in exact mode, it is returning to you the best representation of the answer it is able without sacrificing accuracy. If we switch this result to approximate mode, we will get the numeric approximation, which is very close to, but not exactly, the value of 2 divided by 3. Exact or symbolic mode allows for Swift Calcs to do algebraic manipulations. For example, we can enter an expression such as this. And Swift Calcs will expand the result mathematically. We can also ask it to factor the result. Swift Calcs in symbolic mode can also do trigonometric expansions. We will use a built-in function called trigsine to ask for tan x over cosine x only in sines. The result that is returned is an expression that is identical to tan x over cosine x, but only with sine x in the expression. Further, we can use symbolic mode to do calculus as well. We can ask for the integral of x squared times the cosine of x cubed dx. And Swift Calcs will return the exact solution. Because Swift Calcs defaults to exact mode, many results will appear as if Swift Calcs did not fully perform its calculation. For example, let's try the integral from 0 to 2 of x squared times cosine of x dx. The result that is returned, 4 cosine 2 plus 2 sine 2, is the exact solution. However, if I need to know what the result is as a single number, I can switch to approximate mode to get the approximation. Although symbolic mode is the default for each worksheet, you can change this on a worksheet by worksheet basis by clicking the worksheet settings at the top of the worksheet and changing your computation mode from exact to approximate. No matter the default mode you've selected, you can always override this setting on an answer-by-answer basis using the pull-down from each answer bubble. Finally, for any new calculation, you can shortcut to numeric mode by using a decimal point in your expression. For example, 2.0 divided by 3 will default straight to the numeric approximation. Similarly, 1.25 times the square root of 2 will provide me with the numeric approximation. If I want to use the exact value, I need to replace 1.25 by its exact representation, 5 over 4. It's also worth noting that when working with units, approximate mode is always standard. Join us in the next lesson, where we will discuss using variables in Swift Calcs.